GC Radio is giving away to some of its lucky listeners Beats by Dre earbuds. That's right, Beats by Dre earbuds. It's no cost to its listeners to register. Just go to gcradiohub.com and enter the free raffle. So don't hesitate. Go to gcradiohub.com, click on the earbud, register, and cross your fingers, because you could be one of the lucky listeners. These earbuds are priced at $169, and you can win a pair for free. That's right, free of charge to you. Just enter the raffle at gcradiohub.com and stay tuned to our live broadcast, The Cuzzin Chief Show, Afro Beats with King Glow, Uncut After Dark with Freaky and Friends, the Mississippi King on the Southern Soul Superstar Station. Stay tuned to any of those live shows and listen out for your name being called. At GC Radio, you have to get connected to stay connected. At gcradiohub.com.
Hey, this is your favorite cousin Chief at GC Radio, and we're live here in the studio. And today we have the one and only Rico C. Rico, how you doing today, brother?
Everything's good. How you?
Man, we challenge inspiring. It's an honor to have you on the show, man. I've checked out some of your music, bro, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I am not the biggest Southern Soul fan, but I am one of your biggest fans, man. I love the way you express yourself musically and the stuff you're putting out there, brother. And I am becoming one of your biggest fans. I'm being honest, I am not the biggest Southern Soul fan connoisseur, but I am becoming one. Seeing the fact that we do have a Southern Soul station called Southern Soul Superstars, 24/7 Southern Soul music, for those that are interested under the GC Radio platform. So my first question, Rico, what got you into music, man?
I guess just being around it all my life. I guess it's just again just with church, just doing stuff throughout school, being in band, show choir. So I've been around, music all my life. So it's just transitioning to a little something different now for me.
Okay. So when you were younger, you was in a church choir, or you joined a church choir to sing, or how did your music career start?
Yeah, I was in church choir. In high school, well, junior high, I was in chorus and band. So that continued on through high school and transitioned into just kind of playing around on the keyboard, learning to play keyboard, write music, and just matured into the artistry side.
So I'm not picking you. I want a little bit more. So when you started in the church choir, was that parent motivated or something you just wanted to do?
Yeah, because my mom and dad both sing. So
that was a requirement.
Yeah. It's in the country. I ain't gonna say in the country, but it was a must that if you had to get up and go to church. So that was instilled by my grandmama and my aunties and everything. So you had to go to church, and if you were going to church, you were gonna be on the choir. But I had a gift though. I had a gift in music, so mine was a little different from everybody else's. Some people, you're not gonna get booed at church singing the song, but
You
again,
got to be a special person to get booed at church.
yeah. But I was able to. I guess I was blessed to be able to get the gift of song.
You know, I'm not going to attempt that theory, bro. Getting booed at church and I sing in church. You know, me under key under everybody else is a little humming. You know, I don't want to be the first to break that pattern. They probably haul me out, lift me up, and bring me out without the casket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't carry a tool we put in a wheelbarrow. So, being the fact that you started in the church and learned to sing and start playing instruments, what brought you to cross over outside the gospel market to other genres?
Um, I've always did R&B, blues, music throughout. Even when I was getting young, even when I was younger, I still liked the blues music way back. So I was always a fan of the music, and I was kind of a student of the music because I not only listen to blues music, I listen to some country music, R&B, rap. So I guess I'm a kind of a student of the music and just kind of use what I've heard to kind of roll it up and make my own as far as myself.
Okay. So tell the people this: when you started your career and the first time you got on stage, what was it like?
It was kind of weird, just having the butterflies and still that does come, but after doing it for so long, you kind of get accustomed to what's going on around you, how to look at the people, judge the people, and see what's going on when you're performing. It's just, I guess, for doing it for so long, you get kind of used to that piece.
Okay.
First time it was, and I guess the biggest part of it when people really the first time doing it, people really realizing that you can sing, then you people are going to be all ears. You know what I mean? But for
Right.
doing it for so long, there's certain expectations some people have for you as an artist.
Okay. So what was it like the first time you heard your song on a radio station, internet regular radio station? What was it like?
Oh, it was a wild moment for me, because again, I can't remember what video it was, but it was like when the Jacksons when they first heard their song on the radio. How happy they were and being able to be broadcast on the airways. It was a blessing, and it was just very exciting time because when you first start, it being green in the music, you kind of never aspire to be at that point unless some people map out goals. And kind of when you get into the music business, unless you have somebody that's coaching you along, that's driving, as far as the promotion side, how to get your music pushed out, how to get it distributed out. A lot of my path in the music game, it was all kind of taught and learned just by kind of bouncing around, talking to people, people giving me, different insight. And it wasn't until later till I kind of started understanding the music business and what it takes to get that music out there.
Okay. So as you started your music career from the church and you started doing other things and your first performance of butterflies, do you still have butterflies today when you get out there, or what do you focus on? How do you stay focused in for your performance?
I guess now it's just a point of just relaxing, knowing you got a gift with the music is and being able to just get out there and do a good job and perform for the people now is what my focus is. And it's and again, I still get butterflies because I've been on some pretty 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 big shows in my lifetime. So at that point in time, yeah, I was I had butterflies, but most of the time, unless it's a hard crowd, you I guess the gift will make room for itself when to wow the people.
Okay. So that's interesting point right there. Um, hey, we have another special guest. Let's bring Mr. Big Truck Driver and JL Thompson himself. JL, how you doing today?
What's up, man? How you doing? How
What's
y'all
going on, man?
doing?
All right.
So it's, it's man, it's a pleasure to have both of these gentlemen on here with a blessing. So let me ask JL a couple questions. So JL, what started your career off in the music industry?
Oh man, I've been in music pretty much all my life, man. Where I got it from, I couldn't tell you because don't nobody in my family sing or play an instrument. But I actually started off singing when I was like 4 or 5 years old, man. And me being a preacher's child, coming up in church, you got to do something. If not something, everything. Man, I was the usher. I had to say a speech. I had to sing. I had to anything they asked me to do. I had to do it. So it just kind of grows up on you and it's instilled in you. And I kind of taught myself how to play the piano and everything kind of went from there, man. I just started meeting musicians and different people throughout different genres that brought me into basically the blues, Delta blues, whatever you. Uh, and it all went from there, man. And I went from there. I've been in the choir all my life. I've directed choirs. I played for choirs. Matter of fact, in my high school choir, we got invited to Carnegie Hall my junior year. So I was able to sing at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Uh, and we also met famous opera singer Leah Price. She's actually from my hometown, so we got to meet her as well. So music has been a part of me for a long time, man, long time. And if you would have told me 2 or 3 years, I'd be sitting in the position that I'm in now, sitting here talking to you and Mr. Rico C. Man, bruh, I'd have told you nah, but you never know what the Lord has in store for you, man. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
Man, that's amazing right there. Another piece. So it's nice to see that both of you guys got your start up in the church and got the talents, got polished. And Rico and I just shared the moment, and he told me that it was pretty confident starting off in the church. You hardly get booed in the church. I told him I'm afraid to
Oh no.
be the first one to break that pattern.
Hey,
No,
nah,
but
you can't. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You can't boo God, but you can boo the
they
person that's
might not,
singing
they
about
won't
the
boo God.
Lord.
Yeah, they won't boo God, but they boo me.
Yeah.
Boy,
The
he
You
the
might
Bible
feel
say
He
the
didn't
Bible
call on
say
you to
ma-
sing. He didn't call on you. If you call that singing, he didn't call on Chief to sing.
yeah, the Bible say make a joyful noise. Some folks be up there just making a noise. So
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of folks don't know the difference.
Right. So I got another question right now. Both of you guys are going to be honored coming up real soon to being in the Truckers Ball. What do you guys have the plan for that event, and what can the fans look to expect? Rico, you first.
Oh, I'm gonna just go do me. You know what I mean? It just depends on my time. I mean, my song catalog is pretty extensive. And I was just kind of going back looking at for all the songs that I've written over the years. I'm somewhere around 50ish songs written. I have a lot of songs. Even I can go back to as far as 2007 where I wrote a song. It's all about you. And the cat was like, man, you just got into the blues. It's like, nah. I can go back as far as 2007 when I released my first album and show you like I've been in this blues. You know what I'm saying? I've been writing this music for a long time.
Okay.
Oh,
So what
so
about you, Mr. Big Truck Driver? You gonna pull the truck up and perform? What can we expect for
man,
you?
if I could pull that 18 wheeler down there, I would. But looking at gas prices right now, man. But nah, man. I'ma just go in and do. I try to be myself at all times, man. Depending on how much time I be respectable of the time, and whatever time permits me to do, man. That's what I do. So I don't go in trying to be nobody else, trying to outdo nobody, man. I go up there and do me, man, and get out the way. I always learned that they say with the comedian. Uh, you gotta learn when to get off stage. When it's your time to get off stage, get off stage. Don't keep singing and singing. They give you a time for a reason. You know, you got some of these artists that get out there and just sing and sing and sing, and they don't even respect the time. So I try my best to do that, man, and even leave a little bit of time on there just so I know for a fact that promoter will call me back. Oh, he know how to get up there and do what he's supposed to do in a timely manner. So hey.
Man, that's a great thing. So with that in mind, I have another question. Um, what motivates you when you make a good record and you put it out there and everybody vibe and you see the success of it? What motivates you to try to outdo that or keep going? Or if it's the opposite, it doesn't go as well as you think. Which one of y'all gonna take that one first?
I'll go ahead. We ain't gonna put everything in Mr. Rico superstar, y'all. I'll tell you one thing for me, man. I didn't plan on being a people person, but for some reason, I'm a people's person. I told my wife, I don't care where I am. It seemed like a stranger can walk up to me and we just start up a conversation. But my biggest motivation is when somebody hears my song and they say it's helped them in some type of way. For example, when I first dropped Big Truck Driver, I had a guy in Lake Charles, Louisiana, call me. Never talked to this guy a day in my life, man. He actually called my manager and got in touch with me. He said, "Look, man, I needed that song." He was like, "I'm a retired truck driver, man, and he has a disability." And he was like, "Man, I listen to that song every day." I said, "Man, look, I gotta send you a shirt." The man almost made me cry on the phone because we never know what our music can do for somebody, no matter what type of song it is or what the song is talking about. But the simple fact of that he called me and tried to find me just to tell me that it really warmed my heart, man. So that's what motivates me. If I can touch or help one person through any lyric in my song, it could be one word that can help somebody in that song. I'm cool with it, man. My first song was called Gold Digger, and hopefully a lot of males came through and figured out they had a gold digger at home. Hopefully they wasn't married. They was just a boy. They was just a girlfriend or something. So it went on from there, man. And I just try to write songs that people can relate to if possible. So and I like to tell stories. Of course, I wrote a song called "Hey, Mr. Truck Driver," and a lot of people kind of started catching on to what the story is about. And some people know what it is, some people don't. So once they start catching on, they fell in love with that too, man. So I just like to tell stories and keep people entertained. And if I can help somebody, I want to be able to help somebody.
Amazing, amazing. That's a good analogy, and that's a wonderful story, man. What motivates me in the morning is my bladder. Gets me up out of bed, and I take it from there.
Hey, hey, I ain't never heard that. Hey, that's A1. I ain't never heard that.
What motivates you, Rico? What give you the extra fire to keep moving and try to outdo the next song and come up with the innovation that to reinvent yourself to the public and your career to get the longevity out of it?
I guess like JL said, the biggest part for me is when you hear the feedback from people. They let you know how the song has touched them or put them in a situation. And that to me is some of the main reason that I write music. But it's also a way of relaxation for me when it comes down to write music. But it's a great feeling once you put out a song, good, bad, and different. You get great feedback on the music, and a lot of people give you kudos to the music, and again, it makes me want to outdo what I just done. It makes me just strive to be even better. And I go back and listen to my music over the years of how I've lyrically grown, being able to produce myself and record myself. Pretty much everything that's done with my music, not say all the production, but all the recording, all the backgrounds, everything is all I done. I do all that myself. So when I say I'm independent, self-contained, I even go as far as mixing and mastering my own music. So I've been doing it for a long time, and just having some great insight and some great trainers over the years. One of my best trainers was a lead guitar for George Clinton. So he taught me Pro Tools, and he taught me how to record, mix. You know what I mean? Just the basic stuff of as far as getting that music to sound good. So it's just, I guess, back to your question, it's just the when you put out a good song, you get great feedback. It just makes me, motivates me to keep want to do something better or greater.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break and pay a bill or two, and we'll be right back with the one and only Mr. Big Truck Driver J.L. Thompson, and also this young man next to me, Mr. Rico C. We'll be right back after these messages.
GC Radio is giving away to some of its lucky listeners Beats by Dre earbuds. That's right, Beats by Dre earbuds. It's no cost to its listeners to register. Just go to gcradiohub.com and enter the free raffle. So don't hesitate. Go to gcradiohub.com, click on the earbud, register, and cross your fingers, because you could be one of the lucky listeners. These earbuds are priced at $169, and you can win a pair for free. That's right, free of charge to you. Just enter the raffle at gcradiohub.com and stay tuned to our live broadcast, The Cuzzin Chief Show, Afro Beats with King Glow, Uncut After Dark with Freaky and Friends, the Mississippi King on the Southern Soul Superstar Station. Stay tuned to any of those live shows and listen out for your name being called. At GC Radio, you have to get connected to stay connected. At gcradiohub.com.
And we back to the Keep It 100 show. We have more of Big Truck Driver JL Thompson and my boy Rico C back in the building, the favorite cousin Chief. We're going to discuss a few more things on this interview. So, JL, let me ask you a question. What hobbies you have outside of the music that keep you balanced in life for family, entertainment, performing, and day to day? What's the balance you use to bring it all together?
Oh man, I ain't never even thought about that. I usually
You
have a
like,
yeah, I usually have a set schedule during the week. When I was doing band shows consistently, Mondays would be for my family. Tuesdays we have band practice. Wednesdays I have choir rehearsals with my churches. Thursdays I'd be with my family, and then Fridays if I didn't have a show, I'd be with my family. Or uh, I have a show on Friday, Saturday, Sunday we at church. When I get the chance, uh, I go to the studio whenever I'm free, or in one of my songs that I'm featured on with Chris Queen called "Thank God It's Friday." If I ain't got nothing to do on a Friday when I get off of work and I done work hard, I'm going to find me a catfish plate and a shrimp and catfish plate from somewhere. Got to, man. Hey, give me an ace of spades, man, and chill out and be with my family, man. I didn't realize when I got into it, um, I didn't realize, like I said, I'd be where I am. My first year it kind of started out a little slow. My second year it kind of picked up, and then now I went from being booked maybe once or twice a month or every other month to now like I'm booked every weekend. I didn't expect that. They say if you pray for something, be prepared for it, and I wasn't prepared. So I've been in preparation now to be able to balance everything. I'm just grateful to be in the same situation. Hopefully, I can be able to say like Mr. Rico C one day. I started back in 20, 2020, and I can think back to 2020 when I wrote my first song, and it's 2035 or something, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be sitting on there with another young buck, man, trying to give the knowledge, man. But I've learned you gotta have that balance, man. Me being young, uh, and just really figuring out how to do that. I got to give my wife some time, man, because she'll tell me in a heartbeat, you got to give me some time, or we don't go here, we don't go there. So I got to make sure I put time with her. And then I just had my little girl, matter of fact, today, she turned 4 months old. And
congrats,
yes,
congrats.
sir. Yes, sir. That's my heart. And then I got my 6 year old son, man. Every time I open the door, if I'm not going to work, he pretty much with me. So we spend a lot of time together. So I try my best to give them as much time as I can. And even if I have to take off, I do that as well. Because one thing about it is, I heard a preacher. He said, when you go off, he said his family, his wife told him, when you go off to these different churches and go here and go there, we the ones with you. Them folks that you preaching to don't go back home with you. So I realized, man, when I go to these shows, it might be not a soul I know in there, but when I come back home, my family always gonna love me for me, for who they originally know. That's daddy, that's husband, that's Jarvis, whatever you call me. Them the ones who really know you for who you are. So that's very important, man. That's very important.
Okay. So Rico, let me ask you a question. You mentioned earlier that you played a couple of instruments and you learned it in the church choir. What instruments do you play, and which one is your favorite and which one is your least favorite?
Oh no, I just played it. I'm a novelist at the keyboard.
Okay.
Um, and I'm at the point, I could fiddle my way through. Sometimes I can produce the tracks. A couple tracks I have produced. And but I can do enough to where I can write music. And if it's not to where that when I originally, thought of the song, created the song, I pass it along to one of my other buddies, that they're producers. That's just what they do by trade. So I pass it along to them, and we'll work together to make the track what it is. Or some people I just pass it to them and just say, work your magic. So yeah.
If you had to pick one song out of your catalog, what would be your favorite song?
Man. The song I wrote is called "Still Here."
Okay.
Um, it's just reflecting on my, just going through times of hardship and situation of in when I almost lost my life, and I was able to make it through it. And I just had to write. That was one of the first songs when I got well. That was one of the first songs that I wrote. It's called "Still Here."
So that was
Okay. Man, that's very interesting. Um, Mr. Big Truck Driver, do you play any instruments?
yes, sir. I play piano in Oregon.
And what motivated you to play the piano? Was it church
Uh,
or just creativity?
Honestly, man, they told me when I was younger. I guess they bought me a keyboard for Christmas, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't know how to play then, but I get in there and play, act like I was playing different songs, wasn't hitting not nail right note not one time, but I was singing the song and I was hitting it, and I guess I was interested in it. So over time, man, as I got older, like I said, being in high school, being around music, being around in the choir, it was students around that we all didn't know how to play, so we hit YouTube and try to outdo each other. Like, hey, this is what I learned. But we end up teaching everybody what we learned, and then we just expanded off of that, man. So, one thing I won't say I regret it because everything happens for a reason. That was an opportunity for me. I was taking lessons at one point, but me being me, man, I was trying to be an athlete. I played soccer, so I was trying to get the soccer practice rather than trying to do piano lessons and all that, you know what I'm saying? But the Lord kind of brought me back to it, man, and I've actually been playing now. It make me seem old, but I ain't really just that old. I just started playing for churches like when I was 16, 17, something like that. So I've been playing for that long, and man, church folks is something else, but we'll leave that where it's at. We'll leave that where it's at. But yeah, man, I love it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Now as far as producing, uh, I'm the type where I can go and give it to my people, and I can tell them
Uh-huh.
exactly what I want and how I want it. Sometimes I give it to them and tell them, man, go ahead and do what you do. But I don't feel a part of it if I don't go in there myself and say, okay, this is how I want the chorus played. This is how I want the horns to go. This is how I want the little strings to go in the background. This is how I want everything. But it always seemed to work itself out. Anything I need changed, they know I hit them up and I change it if I want to change. So so far so good, man.
Okay. That's interesting. It's very interesting. So I have a question for you. Knowing the challenges that you had as kids and balance with trying to be in the in crowd and church and realizing what it really takes to make it now, what advice would you give your kids that want to get in the industry, want to sing like that or get in the music industry? Either one of you.
Uh, One thing I get mine, man, and I've been very big on this ever since I've been, I guess, in my adult stage. Always be yourself. Don't try to be nobody else. Create your own style. Just always be yourself. Because a lot of people get caught up in I'll go ahead and say it, a lot of folks get caught up in the King George style and the FPJ style and the PC band style to where they say, oh, Southern Soul is quartet now. But I remember vaguely how Johnny Taylor brought his style and Tyrone Davis brought his style and Marvin C had his own style, and then you can even go back to Little Milton. He had his own style. So like always stay true to yourself and find who you are rather than finding yourself through somebody else's sound. Because 9 times out of 10, if you find yourself in somebody else's sound, that ain't your sound.
Right. That's a very good point. What about you, Mr. Rico? See, what advice would you give someone starting off in the industry?
My biggest thing is for them to learn the business. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't understand what that means to an artist is to understand the business, because a lot of people that you're going to encounter in this business is not going to have your best interest at heart.
Come
So
on.
you gotta be able to decipher and discern what's good and what's bad. And sometimes you're gonna encounter bumpy roads, but a lot of artists that I've encountered, they don't understand the paperwork side, and they get shook down by a lot of people that's being greedy when it comes down to that. And it's a lot of artists that I don't do music with because they don't have the paperwork. And just for simple reason of, at the end of the day, if we write a song and it become a hit, I don't want me and you mad at each other because um the paperwork is not right. And I rather,
Right.
like, say, when I say I want everything to be done in a business fashion, and the friendship part come later. But a lot of friendships are broken because people do bad business in this music business. So that's one thing that I tell all artists. Because I had one artist that want to do music with me, but I turned him down because he didn't want to go get his paperwork right. And I said, I just feel bad for me having to keep up with your royalties. You know what I'm saying? Now that it's
Right.
it's so easy for us to do the paperwork, and when it come down to, even if it ain't but 18 cent, that's 18 cent that I ain't got to look up and try to get to you when the quarter hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's one thing I stand firm on with artists, and just me learning over the years the hardship of the business. So that's one of my biggest things.
I agree with
It's
that.
very
I
interesting
agree
you
with that.
said that. We had a gentleman last night on the show. He's the manager, Deggy Fresh. He's the manager of the East Side Boys, and he said that, he's telling people that when you sign a contract, understand it's a binding agreement. Don't sign a contract out of hunger or desperation. Sign it out of and don't sign out of ignorance, meaning lack of knowledge. Get a professional, get a lawyer, get someone that manager understands what you're signing. Because if they pay you what you agreed to, then there's no fair foul play. You need to understand what you're getting into. So if you're giving away your royalties, if you're giving away um, your rights, or you're giving away your credit or creativity, then that's what you're agreeing to. Don't get mad that you didn't read it or understand it later, because you had a chance to get a professional, get involved, and you got to know your business if you're going to be in business. That was a big thing that they shared on last night, and it's very ironic that you shared that now, because a lot of people are so thirsty and hungry to jump out there, take the training wheels off, and then they look back and like, well, where's the money? Well, where's this? Well, they didn't handle the business. It's not going to come too much later. You know, you gotta
Right.
do preparations. You gotta handle everything. And like I said, if you
Right.
don't
Right.
know, there's nothing wrong with not knowing, but there's something wrong with not knowing and acting like you do know. And then the
Hmm.
problem comes
Right.
around and you complaining when you had opportunity to say, well, I'm not going to sign this. This not going to work for me. You gotta, you know, be understanding and be real. You can't be, naive to it.
Yep.
Even what you say,
And ca-
God said, He said, a fool and his blessings will soon be departed, or his money be departed. You got to be a good steward of your blessings.
yep. Case in point, I had a actually mainstream artist. I had wrote a song, and I did a show, and um somebody was like, "Man, let them hear that song you wrote, man," because I had let somebody else listen to it. But I'm very leery about letting people, listen to my music that's not out, well, not being published and have all the stuff done with a BMI and all that great stuff. So I'm very leery about that. So I let them hear it, and they was like, "Yo, man, we need to work on get this track." So it was like a week later, they sent me a letter. Well, they sent me an email because it was like, we want to check out the track, yada yada. So I sent them a snippet of the track, you know what I'm saying, which I put my information in the song, yada yada yada. So, I stamped it so they really couldn't use it. Which I had already went back and did the copyrights on it anyway, because I wrote the whole song. But they sent me a 5 or 6 page letter from a lawyer about an agreement on the track. You know what I'm saying? And it was saying in the very, very back of it, after I let one of my people look at it, After I think 3 years, that I would lose all the royalties for the song, and it would all be theirs. And I called him like, bro, I really can't believe y'all even tried to sucker me like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, that's just business, man. Yada yada yada. And I was like, but at some point, like, you don't do people like that, knowing that you hadn't put no pencil or paper on, no pencil to this
Come
to
on.
this paper. But then after like 3 years, we're gonna collect royalties together, whatever, whatever. And then after that, then you solely take these royalties away from me. So you got to be very smart when it comes down to paperwork and understanding. Like, when people smile at you and they really looking to get you, and I ain't saying everybody's like that, but you got to treat everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to business, because from what I've learned, and I've seen a lot of sideways deals that go down in the music. And I've learned, and I could say I had myself covered, and I had to go to battle, you know what I'm saying, on some situations. And a lot of people still mad at me, but at the end of the day, when the change started clicking and going in the bank,
Come
hey,
on.
it ain't no argument. You know what I'm saying? When them royalties go through and the check come through, I ain't gotta look at JL. I ain't gotta look at you. You know what I'm saying? It's
Come
all
on.
done. So a lot of artists don't understand that part, but that's the first piece that every artist need to learn. If you sit on YouTube or you find somebody to coach you through the royalty piece and understand how to do your splits and how you set up your digital distribution. You know what I'm saying? Because one cat was like, "Oh man, well, we did it on BMI. I'm straight." I was like, "No, you're not really straight, because you
No,
still
sir.
got to register it in multiple facets of the music, but make sure that you get everything." You know what I'm saying? And a lot of
Everything.
artists don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't understand. You can get paid if somebody do it as a cover, somebody do it in a video, somebody do it in even on the ringtone on your phone. They still do
Yep.
ringtones on the phone. You'll get paid for that. Like, I ain't even
Yep.
gonna lie to you. I'm glad you said that because I had to go in and learn myself as well, as far as the codes in the songs. Now I
I
knew you could get paid, but the thing that I did was instead of me sending the music that had the codes embedded in it, I was sending out my studio version thinking, okay, when the words run across, I'm gonna get paid for it. That BMI
Yep.
kept coming out, kept coming out. I was like, nah, I know a lot of radio stations got my music and it ain't showing up. And I be doggone. I went and got the knowledge that I needed to know, okay, once you put the song out, you gotta go get the song with the code embedded in it so that the
Mm-hmm.
code will register through the radio station and then hit your BMI and your the distribution portion is already straight, but the radio part is a whole nother different ball game. So I'm grateful just to be able to say I had the knowledge to know I needed to go get some more knowledge. Because like you said, a lot of people think they know, but they don't know. I thought I knew, but I didn't know. I knew a little bit, but I'm glad I was able to sit down and understand the whole full business of the game because, man, like you said, there's some folks out here that'll bamboozle you.
Oh yeah.
I done
Oh yeah.
seen it. I
Oh
done
yeah.
seen it firsthand, man. That's why I try my best, and I know just like Mr. Rico C, he's probably independent as well. Independent. My thing is, I went in this studio for 8, 9, 10 hours to do the groundwork, put the vocals in, do the music. My this money is for my family. This is for my son. This is for my daughter. No way in the world I'm gonna let you take that from me. And I did 9, 10 hours worth of work that'll have my family straight for a lifetime, possibly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good
Yep.
point. Very good point.
That that
So
I, that that embedding that code in, that's your license plate to your music. Just like
Yes,
when
sir.
police get ready to catch you on the car, the first thing they're gonna get your
They're gonna
license
run that
plate.
license plate. Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
wow, that is interesting, man. That's some very good information. You guys are dropping jewels down for these people in the industry. Hopefully, they're paying attention because these are very important facts. And like we said earlier, the music business is a business. It's fun, it's glamour, It's a hobby, it's an outlet, but at the end of the day, it's still a business. Know your business,
Yes,
learn your
sir.
business to be in business. It's very important. So at this point, I'd like for you guys, we'll start with you, JL, since we usually start with Rico. Give everybody your social media tag where they can reach you, where they can find you.
Yes, sir, man. My social media tag is JL Thompson Music on all platforms. That's TikTok, that's Facebook, that's Instagram. I don't have an X. I used to have a that back in the day it was called Twitter. Look at me sounding old. But if I was to bring it up, it would be JL Thompson Music as well. Also, I have a website up going as well, JL Thompson Music .com. So you can find me book me, anything. You can even Google me. If you put in big truck driver DRIVA, it'll pull me up, or you can just put JL Thompson Music, and it'll pull me up as well.
All right, all right. Mr. Rico, see, can you give your social medias and tags so we can have our fans and followers to follow you there as well?
All my handles is at I am Rico C. So you can find me at Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube same way. It's at I am Rico C. Everything is at one thing, and that's another part too. As far as the artist, make sure your when you start linking your social media, have everything. Try to keep that one name. You know what I'm saying? Don't have George Benson over here or Tom Hank over here. You know what I'm saying? Because when people start looking at I am Rico C, it's gonna trickle to whatever social media platforms that I have. So that makes it easy for people to follow you. So yeah.
Very good advice. Very good advice. Very well put. So at this point in time, we're gonna let you guys give any follow up. Is there anything else you would like to let the fans know, Mr. Rico C, about you? Any upcoming tour dates they can look out for, videos, projects?
Um I just actually finished recording a song last night. It'll be coming out here soon. It's called Good Times. It'll be out by the time we do the show. And I'll be in Texarkana, Arkansas, on Saturday, at this location called Dapper. So I'll be in Texarkana, Arkansas this coming Saturday.
All right, all right. What about you, JL? Anything coming up? Any other shows? Any music you got want to tag? Let them look out for videos.
Yes, sir. First of all, I just want to say I can't wait to meet Mr. Rico C in person. Hey, just sitting on here with the
Likewise.
live man with that dude. He a cool, laid back dude, and he don't mind. He seemed like he don't mind sharing his experience, man. I love meeting legends in the game, man, and they just down to earth like that. But I have my music dropping again, man. Like I said, just like we was talking about on the royalties part, I'm actually re-dropping a new mix and master of Big Truck Drive and Take a Shot. But also along with that, I'm dropping the song I got called Drop That Load on tomorrow as well. So I'll be shooting that out to all my DJs. Uh, I have a show that I'm putting on Friday here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi called Two Bands, One Night Only, that'll feature two cover bands from this area called Noise and Effect and the Vibe Tribe. Also, I'll be in Utica, Mississippi on Sunday for the Laughter and Blues Festival there at Liddell Ranch. So hey, I'm just trying to keep moving, stay consistent, man. And one day, like I said, I'll be sitting where Mr. Rico C is, man, getting some knowledge down on the young book, man. I'm just excited, man. Sometimes it's hard for me to hold my emotions because like I told you, man, 2, 3 years ago, if you told me I'd be sitting here in this position, getting ready to go to a truckers ball that somebody called me for to do a truckers ball with some major artists, man, I'd have never believed it. But hey, one thing I always tell everybody, man, do something you love and love what you do. And if you can make money off of it, it's a plus. So one thing I can show my kids, man, don't be afraid to chase your dreams. chase your dreams. As long as you got a plan, man, anything can happen. So I can be a prime example to my kids, man. I just stepped out on faith and tried it. And of course, the support is not always there. But one thing I always let them know, man, whatever you do, as long as it makes sense, your father and your mother is always gonna support you, man. So I'm just grateful. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all.
That's a great word. And the other part I say to that is, stay grounded and stay prayed up.
Yes,
Um,
sir. Yes,
because
sir.
again, there's a lot of people, when you are talented and you have a gift of music, there are a lot of people that hate on you. And you hate to say that word, but there are a lot
Yeah.
of people that are upset because you can do music better or your stuff sounds better. All you gotta
Yeah.
do is just keep dropping, like a
Preach,
old gentleman told me. If
preach.
you keep dropping water on concrete, it'll
Come on.
eventually make a hole. So
Yes,
so
sir.
for all the people and all the hurdles that I had to overcome in the music, I just kept dropping music. And I kept dropping music until I made a hole. And people know, what I mean? A lot of people don't want to give you accolades because they know that you're a force to be reckoned with when it comes down to the music. And it ain't that I'm trying to outdo nobody, outshine nobody. Um, it's just I want to do good music, have fun, and go home. That's it.
There you go.
So,
Come on.
and a lot of people don't
Man,
understand that it's a lot of people that um they have animosity, you know what I'm saying, for people that have the gift. But I
preach,
told you
preach.
gotta understand, like, you're shunning God because God gave this to me. You know what I'm saying? God gave me this gift of music, and for the ones that are steadily trying to hinder the ones that have been gifted with it, I just let God deal with you. So I just keep doing me, and after a while I run into him, but I'm gonna greet him with a nice handshake, and
Nice handshake.
keep moving,
Take a
man. That's
picture
it,
with him and everything.
You,
and
you know,
everything. But
Rico,
go ahead.
it's a blessing to hear what you're saying tonight, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
we're being hated on by so many people because it's a young station. Our station's only 8 months old, bro, and we're making record chart numbers. We're in 52 countries across the globe. Most of our stations, the least station we have, I think, is our gaming grid is in 26 different countries. The Afrobeat stations in 25 different countries in Africa, 52 countries total across the globe. So is our R&B, jazz, and our Southern Soul stations in 46 countries across the globe. When I met Mr. JL Thompson, big truck driver, in February, 3 months ago, I was happy that we had 100,000 people hit our website without $1 being pushed to advertising. The day I sit here in front of you with 175,500 people on our website, still not $1 pushed toward pushing people to our website. Our movement is growing. And when you say the haters, I don't have people hit Facebook and tell them that I'm not me. And Facebook hit me up and asked me to send a copy of my driver's license, a picture of myself to make sure I am me, just to get my account back so many times. And then I got a letter from yesterday saying, we apologize. We did investigation. You are you. We're sorry for what was going on.
You are
I mean,
you.
just yeah, exactly. I
Like you
got
gotta
receipts.
tell
I
me.
got the receipts,
You got
bro. I can see the
Yeah,
receipts from Facebook.
yeah.
I
like you
mean,
I
it's
gotta
agree.
tell me I'm me.
yeah. I mean, it's just amazing. It's just amazing to the hater. And let me show you the blessings of it. The blessing, not only I got my counts back, this shows our numbers where, our videos and our reviews was hitting at. I got 2 calls yesterday, brother. I had to sit down and just say, wow. The first call came from Mr. Marshall Thompson of the Stylistics, want me to interview him. The second one came from Larry from the Barcades. I'm some like, they watching my show? These are
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
legends. These are living legends. And for my show to reach those ears and eyes, brother, it was a hell of a compliment. I'm like, I'm doing something right. I got haters activated and I got legends watching. I'm doing something right. And I'm just blessed to
Yes,
have, like
sir.
you said, that gift, to do what I do. And it's one thing that Mike Tyson said that I feel that he should be a philosopher for saying this. He said, success comes with discipline. And discipline comes when you do the stuff you hate like you love it.
Yes, sir.
you know and
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just and I'm blessed to have relationships with you, Mr. Rico C, with you, JL. We talked several times about not even about the music industry, just being fathers
Yes,
and being
sir.
decent people, you know,
Yes,
and just
sir.
blessed to have those relationships, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much money in your pocket. It's about what relationship you have with people and what impact that you put on people, you know, what experience you leave people with, you know. And I tell people all the time, there's two kind of peoples in this world. There's a people you say, damn, I can't wait till he leave. And the other one's, damn, I can't wait to see that brother again. Try to be
Yeah.
Yes,
the second.
sir.
Don't be the first one. Try to be the second.
Yes, sir.
Bring joy with your presence, not with your exit.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
And so with
It's
that, man, huh?
it's great, man. I appreciate you for reaching out, man. And I look forward to meeting you, JL. I mean, it's
Yes,
like I say,
sir.
from long distance. Great work. I just like to see us as people just do the right thing when it comes down to the music, because there's the opportunity is for everybody that is
Everybody.
shining. So I don't want to cast no stone on you or hate you. You know, everybody will have their time to shine. And I tried to explain, to a lot of people, man, just do what you keep doing what you're doing. Somebody will recognize you. And it's funny, like you said, when I did the song, the Clubhouse, um, it was just a whim. I was like, I need to write a song about the bike club, and just thinking of stuff, and I started jotting down things that I've encountered as a biker, um, and I said, well, let me just put this together. And sure enough, after the song got done, I got a call from Michigan, to come to do a bike show in Michigan, but I was already booked. And he was like, "Man, can you just come Sunday?" So I was like, "Man, I can't. I want to, but right now, I have a lot going on. So that would have put me in Louisiana on Friday, back in Atlanta on Saturday, back in Michigan on Sunday. So I told him, I said, man, just find another date, because outside of right there, I got a 9 to 5, and I got to keep
Yes,
that,
sir.
keep the lights on. Because if I was depending on Southern Soul to keep the lights on, then I would
Preach.
be worried. But see, a lot of people don't really understand in this music business. Like, and I'm not bragging. I thank God for the blessing. The music it pays stuff here and there, and it helps me along the way. Help me provide for my daughter. Um, and but if a lot of people that has been trying to knock me off shows or telling a promoter if he's on the show, I'm not going to be on the show. What they don't realize is, um, you see all this light around here around me. The music don't
Come
pay for
on.
that. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
The music may buy me an extra speaker or something like that, but when it come down to the lights that's on in the house, it's the stuff that I've done over the years to prepare myself. You know what I'm saying? I've got my education. You know what I'm saying? And I've got a good job, and I thank God again for that. But the music is secondary until the music can pay for what I have. You know what I'm saying? With my 9 to 5. So a lot of people, when it come down to these artists that try to cut you off shows, but I'm just sitting
Come
here
on.
laughing at you. I'm just sitting here laughing because that boomerang will come back around.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
just keep doing my music and having my fun, and you gonna make room for yourself with staying consistent. That's all I say.
Yes, sir. Man, I
Yep.
can't wait to talk to you face to face.
Gentlemen,
Man.
let me interrupt for a second. We got a Linda typed in. Linda Caston says that she's watching and enjoying the show. We have LaShawn Thompson gave us all hands up, perfect 10. And she said she wanted to give some words of wisdom for you young men to stay humble, stay on your journey. She's loving what she's hearing and will continue to follow you guys on your path and
Let me get
career,
my phone.
which is great.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yes,
Jacqueline
sir.
Reynolds says, speak, nephew. So Jacqueline Reynolds, she says, speak, nephew. So I guess she's
Hey,
timing
that
in.
man spoke some real because everything he just said, I've been through it in the last year and a half. Like, man, come on. Like, yeah, my thing is if we all work together, I don't rely on Southern Soul to pay not damn bill. Cause I wrote Big Truck
Yes,
Driver
sir.
for a reason. One thing I don't do, I would not write a song that I cannot relate to. I hop in that truck every doggone day. Matter of fact, I gotta go to Louisiana in the morning, but I'll be back in Mississippi before 5 o'clock. I do not rely on Southern Soul to pay nail bill because I know for a fact this music thing fluctuates. It's like a roller coaster. You'll be on the high for a while, but then when you hit them fall months and it start getting cold outside, and some of these promoters that try to be promoters ain't got no money and they book you and try to do this and do that, bruh. I already know, man. So I keep one thing I never do, I never quit my job unless the Lord tell me to, and He puts in my bank account the amount of money that I can't count. Oh no, sir, I will always keep my job.
And one thing I would tell you this: put your line in the sand on your on your on yourself in your work. Put your line in the sand. Sometimes you have to put a line in the sand on the promoters. Because I got a call today. I'm not talking about nobody because I'm not calling a name, but they wanted to utilize me as a biker to do a show, but they wanted me. They say, "Oh well, the other artists, they just want to be on the show, so they'll pay to be on the show." I was
Oh no,
like,
sir.
so I was like, okay, well, cool. But you called me to be on the show, but you ain't got no money in your budget. So me and you don't need to be talking right now. You know what I'm saying? Cause if at the end of the day you want me to get up out the couch and prepare a show for you, do a show for you, just because such and such is on the show, I don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? And I respect all the artists in the music business, but when it comes down to me, if it don't make money, it don't make sense
Don't
now.
make
And
sense.
not being
No,
arrogant,
sir.
it's the time that you put into this music to
Yes,
write these
sir.
songs, to record this music, to buy
Yes,
the
sir.
equipment. You will
Yes,
be
sir.
shunning yourself as an artist to say, I'm gonna get out of my house, leave away, send my daughter down and get the go with grandma or go with somebody else, and not come back home with not a dollar in your pocket. It
Not a
don't make
dime.
it
No,
don't make
sir.
so
Who? I
don't
have a question. One of you guys know LaShawn R. Thompson?
yeah, that's my auntie. She cutting up.
She cutting up. Boy.
She
She
cutting
cutting
up.
up. She's a comedian. We're gonna have to bring her back when we start our comedy station. We just did a JB with Humor Mill TV, just bring GC Humor Mill Radio, and we're gonna definitely have to bring her on. We had another person ask if they can get a sample of you guys do some music if y'all don't mind. Get a before we run out. If it's possible, you guys mind doing that live for
Are you talking about
them.
singing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You want to give us
Uh,
a little sample of Big Truck Driver?
let's see. Let me.
Y'all put him on the spot.
I'm gonna do I ain't gonna do Big Truck Driver. I'm gonna do one I wrote my wife, man. It's a very genuine song to me. The song goes,
Just give him a
she's
little.
my
Just give him a little taste. No
sugar,
porter.
she's my spice, and I'ma love this beautiful woman for the rest of my life. She's my peach pie, yeah, the apple of my eye, everything I need in my beautiful wife.
Oh man. Now, see, now
Yeah.
y'all asked for it. Now y'all got to go follow him and get the rest of it. He gave you just a little bit to get the whole enchilada. You're gonna have to go follow him to get it now.
Go follow
Mr.
me to
Rico, you
get
want to
it.
give him a sample of something, brother?
This is a song I wrote with Mr. Theotis. Well, I actually wrote the song and sent it to him. It's called Juke Joint. It says,
Oh man.
jumped out the house, slid on my fresh new gators. I'm headed to the country spot where they doing the mashed potatoes. People from miles around came to see about what they've heard. The spot is packed wall to wall, and the old folks doing the jerk. They doing the cha-cha, they doing the twist, they doing the bump, and the funky chicken ain't nothing like a party, y'all. Right here in the country, y'all. You say ain't nothing like a party. I say at the juke joint, baby. The party's going down at the juke joint. Frying fish, eating chicken at this one. People drinking, blowing, thinking at this one. And if you smell my smoke, we at this one. I'm talking about a party, y'all.
Look, hey, y'all asked me and they delivered. So if you want more, you know where to get them. They gave their social media. I'm gonna have to give it one more time. These guys are keeping it 100. That's why they on the Keep It 100 show. And you need to keep it 100 and follow them, continue following. This is just an inklet of what they had to offer in the catalog. If you think this something, wait till you check out the catalog. These brothers, I mean, what the man say on Coming to America? Them brothers can sing. Them brothers can sing. And I can't carry it too. Your cousin Chief can't carry it too and be put it in my pocket. But them brothers can sing. So let's do one more time before we roll out. Rico, give me your social media and then you, JL.
You can follow me at I am Rico C on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And same thing for YouTube. You can follow me on the same thing. I am Rico C.
Okay.
Mine is
Hey,
JL Thompson Music on all social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Also, I forgot to mention YouTube as well. I have some videos on there. I also have some live band show videos on there. Bring live band shows back, please.
I
now,
got one
That's
of
all.
that'll be a good thing because I got a live band too.
Come on now.
now,
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Bring
now,
live band shows back. I'm begging
now,
y'all, please.
now, hold on before I get y'all off. I'm gonna put both of y'all on Front Street. I need a drop from both of y'all, and I need those songs because I want to premiere on GC Radio. I
Yes,
need
sir.
that. So my people listening, I won't get to. I won't get it. I'm gonna call y'all. I'm like, they ain't send me the music, y'all. They gave y'all a sample, but they wouldn't give your cousin the music. I'm gonna call them out.
Hey,
Well, we definitely want to put that on GC Radio. GC Radio has, like I said, 9 stations, and one of the stations we have is a tribute to the Southern Soul market called Southern Soul Superstars, and we definitely want to premiere and drop that with these gentlemen's new products. They have some wonderful stuff. Man, I wish there was a record store down the street. I'd go buy the product. Man, I'm loving what I'm hearing. And like I said in the beginning, I wasn't a big Southern Soul fan, bro. But as I started listening more to music, meeting gentlemen like yourself, I'm becoming more and more of a fan. You know, when we first did this thing, we were like, what are we getting into? And we went to Atlanta to the AMG Southern Soul Awards, and we met a lot of people, Forrest D's, Tony Terry, um, guys sing Auntie Outside, Black Coffee, Nelly Travis. I mean, I'm like, wow, that's her. That's Nelly. I mean, and the welcome that we got, man. I mean, it was just a wonderful thing. And as we pushed our station and reached out to more people network, we even Jetso, the guy that does the Southern Soul plays. And then we went to the inaugural Southern Soul where I met Mr. J.L. Thompson. And he would tell you, when I met this brother, my cousin, our partner was in our busting our butt off. We won an award, and neither one of us wanted to go get it. We was busy doing the
yeah,
hit of what we do. We had to do like paper cover rock. We're gonna go get the award because we both was in our
right.
element. You know, they actually stopped the awards like, can one of y'all bring y'all butt out here and get this award? And we was honored. We didn't even know that we were gonna get it, man. I mean, he said that with the numbers that we showed from our Scout report, we had to get the award. I mean, no one came near the numbers that we had for that genre. You know, we was in I think 40 countries at that time. We from there we grew another 12 in different countries. The amount of minutes that we streamed, uh, and a 6 day period in our Southern Soul station, in a 6 day period, we streamed at least 685,155 minutes to over 15,000 people every 6 days on that one station. So we had to get the award according to Mr. Lex Luger. Like, man, I couldn't do you guys injustice not give you your props. He's like, I've never seen nobody grind this hard. And you guys are doing it. And not on one station, on multiple stations. He's like, you're killing the R&B and the Southern Soul. And like I told him, and I'm gonna tell you guys and the people listening, we're not doing anything that we're not supposed to do. We're doing what everybody's supposed to do. You can listen to music anywhere. You don't need me to listen to music. You come to GC Radio for an experience. The shows, the interviews, the quality music we put out there, and the way we introduce the music and with the radio personalities. You know, we leave you guys with an experience, hopefully a favorable and a likable member experience. And that what makes people listen to our station. And our station would be nothing without our listeners. So we constantly challenge ourselves to give you the best music, the best interviews, these guys right here, and to introduce music with analogies in our shows that We'll entertain you to lighten up. Life is life is full of unpleasantries. You turn on the TV, is always something negative. You go down the street, you see something bad. At least when you come to GC Radio, you leave with a smile on your face, or and say, "Hey, all right, that's okay." We want you to know that everything is not bad. At the end of the day, there's always the gift of life, because we got two C's, and they don't stand for cousin chief. When we wake up, we have two C's. We have a chance and a choice. A chance to do whatever we want to, and a choice to do it or do nothing. And hopefully you guys make one of those choices, come back to GC Radio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So hopefully, man, we can get you guys to come back to GC Radio again on the K100 show or the GC Radio on the Go show, either one. And we would love to have you guys. And please send me those drops of the music. I want to premiere it on our station. I got to have it. I'm begging for it. My people waiting for it. They want to hear it, man. They want to hear more, because they asked me to put you on the spot and hear a sample. And me and them both want to hear more of it. So we need those songs, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Gotcha.
sir.
Gotcha. I'm gonna load
Any
you up.
last Okay, any last words before we sign off?
Again, I think I want to thank you for allowing us to come on here and be a part of your platform, and gain new followers, gain new friends, and let people understand, what we have going on, for the individuals. And again, I just looked on my phone. I see my family checking in. One of my buddies from the bike club. My mom checking in. My cousins checking in, my aunties checking in. I really appreciate it. Again, it's been a long road in this music journey, and like I say, you'll see, JL, as you grow in your music journey. You just stay grounded, stay humble, even though you're gonna encounter a lot of obstacles. Don't let them steer your path, because it took me a long time to understand those pieces, because I would get mad and go on a rant and just say, F it, really. You know what I mean? But I've learned over the years how to strategically beat people with just being me, and continue to stay focused on what you're doing, and don't allow, a lot of people to come in and sideswipe you, because a lot of people see gifts and they're gonna try to take you off your course. And what you got in your vision, just stay true to that. And that's what I do for myself. I stay true to that. And at the end of the day, if you feel good with you, you're gonna impress somebody. And I tell people, outside of the Southern Soul genre music, there's millions of people outside of it. Like, Southern Soul I hate to say it's kind of cliquish sometimes. But what I tell people is, like, my gift makes room for me in the world, not just Southern Soul.
Yes,
So
sir.
so as long as you keep dropping music of your own, and it's authentic, it's gonna reach somebody. You know what I mean? So I don't let people in Southern Soul discourage you from doing that, because again, who would ever thought that somebody would call me from Michigan trying to get me to come perform at their event? It was a wild moment for me. But again, when you pave that road, man, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna
Yes,
come.
sir. I appreciate that, man. I
Oh yeah.
appreciate that. Man, I can't wait to meet you in person, but I ain't lying to you. Hey, stuff like that excites me, man. I ain't even gonna lie. It's just to be able to sit here, and I know we got to get off. It's just to be able to sit here and know that you're sitting on with a legend, and they actually don't mind pouring into you, especially with their experiences, and don't mind telling you what to do and what possibly not to do, and watch out for this and watch out for that, man. Uh, and the crazy thing is, it's a lot of artists that's on the same level that I'm on, but you can't tell them they behind don't stink.
Yeah.
Like they already know it. They got it. You ask them a question, oh, they got the answer to everything. They done been through it. They done did this. They done did that. But in the reality of it, you really haven't. You just going based off of what you see everybody else doing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I pretty much, man, stay to myself, and anybody like you that come across my path, man, I sit there and listen. I take it all in, and I use that in my own career. and I actually go and sit and watch. Like I go on your YouTube and I go and watch your shows and see what you do different from what I do, and see how you interact with the crowd or see how others interacted with the crowd and create my own style from that. I mean, because hey, that's what it's out there for. Why
Mhm.
not? And I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm just grateful for it, man. I
Oh
can't
yeah.
wait to meet you, bro.
Man,
Oh yeah.
and I'd like to
Likewise.
thank both of you guys for showing professionalism, showing homage to each other, and being humble, and giving a lot of gems and jewels to our audience, man. And we definitely got to have y'all back. And at this time, we
Yes,
got to
sir.
keep it 100 and wrap it up. But we definitely thank y'all for coming out. God bless, and we'll see y'all next time with your favorite cousin chief, GC Radio.